Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. It is an absolute honor and a privilege to be here today at the State Department and addressing not only our friends from the US government, but the Pakistani American community. And I'm pleased to report for all those watching back home and everybody witnessing over here that it is indeed true that diplomacy is back, both here at the State Department and in the Foreign Ministry of Pakistan. It has always been a pleasure speaking to the Secretary of State, engaging with the Secretary of State, but I come here at a different time. And I come here at a time when the ground realities in Pakistan have changed fundamentally. We have experienced a climate catastrophe of biblical apocalyptic proportions. It rained and rained and rained and rained and rained from mid-June till the end of August. And when the rain finally stopped, a 100-kilometer lake formed in the middle of my country. That's slowly descending to the sea, to the ocean. As a result, a third of my country underwater. More than the landmass of the United Kingdom. 33 million people, more than the population of Australia, more than the population of New Zealand, more than the population of New York State, 95% of the population of Canada. As Dilawar said, 600,000 women, pregnant women, are waiting to give birth in the open. Of the 33 million people affected, 16 million are children. Of the 1,600 deaths that we've had so far, a third of them have been children. And Mr. Secretary of State, the irony of this is that Pakistan has contributed 0.8% to the global carbon output. But we are amongst the 10th most climate stress countries on the planet. And that's where we look to you for assistance and support so we can get our people climate justice. I think that your president has shown incredible leadership when it comes to the issue of climate, both here domestically, and we congratulate him and your administration on the historic legislation that has been passed at home. But it's not only important that you build back better here. The opportunity in this crisis in Pakistan is that we must build back better, greener, more climate resilient back home as well. And I believe that working together we can do this. Working together not only with the government of the United States and our friends in the international community, but working with the private sector here in the United States and working with the private sector at home. I am convinced that we can build back better. We will build a more climate resilient Pakistan. We will build a greener Pakistan. We will create green opportunities and green jobs, and opportunities not only for our country and not only for our private sector, but for those across the world that would be willing to invest in Pakistan. Mr. Secretary of State, when my grandfather was the Foreign Minister of Pakistan, the Commerce Minister of Pakistan, the Foreign Minister of Pakistan, and then the Prime Minister of Pakistan, there was what was called the Green Revolution. And that Margala Dam and Tarbela Dam that you mentioned, those massive infrastructure projects, they're from the 1960s and the 1970s. It is the time for a new green revolution. And we hope, we expect the American government, particularly led by President Biden, to lead the way. I think that despite the devastation, despite the destruction, this is the opportunity, this is the challenge for us to be able to act. And we're incredibly grateful to the US government for their initial $1 million, then $33 million, then $55 million, and today, after your announcement of the $10 million, we'd have reached the $60 million mark. We've been incredibly engaged ever since I've been foreign minister with yourself, with your administration. We're incredibly grateful to Mr. Dilawar Saeed, Derek, Samantha Power, the congressional delegation, everybody that has come and visited Pakistan so far, and we look forward to the opportunity of hosting you someday soon. I absolutely agree that the Pakistan-US relationship is not only resilient, we have stood the test of time. And we've proved throughout history that when we work together, we achieve great things. And I believe that when we don't work together, then we fumble, then we falter, then things go wrong. And I would like the opportunity to once again not only thank you, but thank your incredibly hardworking team that have been working with their counterparts who are also incredibly hardworking around the clock, and that we've managed to make this progress and enhance the cooperation between the United States and America. And the sky's the limit. I've been engaging with the private sector, particularly those of the Pakistani American community. And they are patriotic Pakistanis and they're patriotic Americans. And they contribute here to America, and they're keen to contribute to Pakistan. This is a challenge for the new generation. I believe our relationships in the past is a legacy of the leadership of the past. And now it is a test for us that how we take this relationship forward. Here's to another 75 years of Pakistan-US relationships. Pakistan, Amerika Dosti, Zindabad.